Well, the reason I wrote the book was that I saw a gap out there. When I first started this, I started years ago when I was in graduate school, and I did a lot of research about the problems that people have in organizations communicating. And we found a bunch of problems that were kind of typical in a variety of different organizations. And then we started presenting those to various clients that we had, and we realized that, well, we were really good at detecting problems. We weren't particularly good at determining how to solve them, and particularly how to solve them in light of the communication principles and ideas that we had studied all our lives to become experts at. And so I was prompted to write the book principally from discovering these core problems and then figuring out a way to go about solving them, because they were real problems to real people in organizations. Well, the interesting thing about who uses it is we've had executives use it in training, executive training programs. It's been used by master's programs, MBA programs. A number of MBA programs use it to help their students learn about the real live managerial problems. And of course, a lot of students use it in organizational communication courses and other management courses at the undergraduate level. So the variety of use is really quite extensive. I think this book differs from others on the subject because you can kind of break this down into two classes. There are groups of books in communication that focus on skills. Skills like conflict resolution, skills like writing skills, skills like interviewing, etc. And those are all important. And then there's another class of book that takes a 20,000-foot view of an organization, looks at big picture theory, big picture ideas about what is going on in an organization, and talks a lot about a lot of different theories and looks at it from that perspective. But there isn't anything right in the middle that kind of brings those two together and has a real problem focus on what are some of the key problems that managers experience and executives experience, and how do you go about solving them. So we're very different from those other two classes of books. And I think it's what has made it sell well in the marketplace, because that is a distinct need. People want to know how to solve real live problems that exist in their organizations. And sure, they need to learn conflict management. Sure, they need to know the theory, but somebody has to bring that together, and I think that's what this book tries to do. The most difficult chapter for me to write, I think, was the last chapter of this book. It focuses on developing communication strategies and developing the appropriate tactics. The notion of communication strategy is fairly new. Not very much has been written about it, and I really struggle with trying to capture what it is that we do. And I've done it a lot with a lot of clients and tried to really get them involved in creating strategy instead of the typical tactical stuff. Well, what is our newsletter going to say, or what are we going to say in this interview? Trying to get them to focus strategically on what the main messages are and what the main goals of the communication are. Now, I can do that intuitively, but to write about it turns out to be a huge challenge, and that was the biggest challenge I had in writing this last edition of the book. The best way to learn this material in a book, I believe, is to do case studies. Is what we do at our university. Our students excel at it, they expect it, they love it. For the most part. And when you do a case study, it becomes a much more rich experience. And you realize that even though things seem cut and dried and very linear in a book or even in a lecture, when you get in the real world and you deal with real live case studies and take an in-depth look at something, you get a tremendous amount of visceral understanding of the principles and ideas that you can't get from answering a multiple choice question on a test, or you can't get from just studying a theory. You realize how, in the crucible of experience, that you really develop a deep understanding of what these ideas are. So that's I think, the preferred way. If you just want to learn the knowledge and just the kind of the basics of the book, I think the best way is to go to the online quizzes and take those, and you'll get the basic knowledge that you need. The application is where you get the deep learning, which you can really add value to a company on later on. Because if you know how to do those case studies that you've taken a lot of time to work on during a semester, then when you get in the real world and you're getting one of these coming at you every week, you'll have a real deep understanding of how to manage these types of problems, which is what the goal is. That's why I wrote the book, and that's what I hope happens after people have read it. In future editions, what I plan on doing is focusing on a new concept that we've just started researching, which is called decision downloading. What that means is after somebody has made a decision, or after a group has made a decision, how do you download that to the rest of the organization or communicate it? I use the word download on purpose, and because a lot of times we get recommendations for example, that you have to get everybody involved in a decision, and that helps to communicate it. Well, that's true. But the fact, and there's no question about that, but the fact of the matter is there's lots and lots of decisions in organizations that are made without a lot of other people involved because they can't be. For example, a merger, which has to be kept secret, or union negotiations, which are by nature put together in a small group of people. What do you do after that? And we will see, I will be focusing more on those kinds of issues and how to manage the communication after a decision has been made, and that's something that we'll be focusing on. And of course, I'll change some of the material about the new technologies, because now we have a host of new technologies that even I didn't consider when we did the third edition.